Let's not be overly optimistic or overly pessimistic about these talks. This is, after all, a task and a move that has been decided and is being implemented. Meanwhile, let's not be overly optimistic or overly pessimistic about these talks. This is, after all, a task and a move that has been decided and is being implemented, and in the first steps, it has been well implemented. After this, it must be followed very carefully. The red lines are clear. They are clear for the other side, the US, and are clear for us too. The negotiations must be followed well, although they may or may not reach a conclusion. We are neither very optimistic nor very pessimistic. Of course, we are very pessimistic about the other side. We do not trust the other side. We know the other side. But we are optimistic about our own abilities, and we know that we can do many things, and we know good methods. I want to point this out. These talks are one of the dozens of tasks of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. That is, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs has dozens of tasks, one of which is these Oman talks, which were recently raised. Try not to tie the country's issues to these talks. This is my emphasis. The mistake we made in the JCPOA should not be repeated here. There, we made everything dependent on the progress of the talks. That is, we made the country conditional. When an investor sees the country's affairs dependent on negotiations, he does not invest. This is obvious, and he says, let's see where the negotiations will end up. These negotiations are also a task, one of the many tasks that the Ministry of Foreign Affairs is doing. The country must also do its work in different sectors, the industry sector, the agriculture sector, various service sectors, the culture sector and the construction sector.
Iran wants to deal with us, but they don't know how. They really don't know how. We had a meeting with them on Saturday. We have another meeting scheduled next Saturday. I said, that's a long time. You know, that's a long time. So I think they might be tapping us along. But Iran has to get rid of the concept of a nuclear weapon. They cannot have a nuclear weapon. He can't have a nuclear weapon. Nobody can have. We can't have anybody having nuclear weapons, you know. We can't have nuclear weapons. And I think they're tapping us along because we're so used to dealing with stupid people in this country. And I had Iran perfect. You had no attacks. You would have never had October 7th in Israel, the attack by Hamas, because Iran was broke. They were stone cold broke when I was president. And I don't want to do that. I want them to be a rich, great nation. The only thing is, one thing, simple. It's really simple. They can't have a nuclear weapon. And they got to go fast because they're fairly close to having one. And they're not going to have one. And if we have to do something very harsh, we'll do it. And I'm not doing it for us, I'm doing it for the world. And these are radicalized people, and they cannot have a nuclear weapon.
Does that include a potential strike on Iranian nuclear facilities?
Of course it does.